And my first top reason why we don't listen to our intuition is because of our conditioning. So think about it, the social expectations from your family, from society, the education we get through formal schooling, all those things build up a picture of what we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to be. And none of it takes into account our intuition. It's all about the conscious mind, rational, analytical thinking, and expectations that families and parents have of what they think you should do, and you take those on. And then throughout our lives, this conditioning builds and builds and builds. So we have so much of it, it's difficult to know what it is that we've been conditioned with and what is our intuition, because our intuition just gets lost in all of that. So that's the first reason. My second reason why we don't listen to our intuition is fear. We're frightened or scared that this inner voice inside us that seems to have no base of evidence or rationality or logic, we're frightened it could be wrong, and we're frightened of what other people will think of us. And there's a fear of, if this is completely wrong, what if something terrible happens? And nothing bad comes from listening to your intuition. It just means you make a different choice and you get a different experience. That's all. But we're frightened of listening to it because it's been so tuned out of us and we're not used to it. And because often it wants us to do something that's completely against the grain. It's not the norm. It's not the expected thing. And that's what gives us the fear. And my third thing is ancestry. And this is the history, or her story, particularly that women have around what's happened to females through the centuries. We're carrying the burden of what happened to women in the 5th century, right up to the 16th, 17th century, when women were, accused of being witches and burnt as witches. There's a lot of misogyny, there's a lot of, sexism and ageism around that. So if you have that coming through your hereditary line and your ancestral line, it's a burden, an invisible burden that you don't see. But regardless of what you have in your family hereditary line, there is this ancestry for women that we are second-class citizens. And any time we've used our intuition, it's been held against us. So we're also battling this invisible burden of being open and being allowed to use our intuition. And it's time for us to break those bonds, to honour the past, honour our ancestors, but break the bonds and honour them the best way we can by stepping into our intuition to feel empowered, to heal ourselves, our lives, and make the world a better place. So what can we do to tune into our intuition? We have to learn to trust it again. And that can be a difficult process. We have to know what we want, to be able to activate those desires with the universe, and then trust that everything is okay. And that's what I teach in my CAT method: know, activate, and trust. But I also help women tune into their intuition in different ways. It may be through an oracle reading, where you get reassurance or validation about an intuitive feeling that you had, and that is priceless, to know and get reassurance that actually your inner voice was on the right track. And I also do intuitive mentoring on one-to-one basis, helping women through their own path and journey and adventure of getting to grips with their intuition and fully sitting in their power. And if you want to know more about how I do that, there'll be some links with this video that you can see.